let's begin with celebrating the category of Platinum Green Builder of the Year. And the award goes to Duville Estates. Hearty congratulations. May I please request Bennett Fernandes, Head Marketing, Brand and Customer Engagement, to please come forward and accept the honors. Talking about Duville Estates, ladies and gentlemen, that's a renowned real estate. Can we request the winners to please come forward and accept the honors as we talk about how they claim the laurels indeed, with a legacy dating back to 1810, making this the second oldest family-run business in India and being recognized for delivering high-quality residential and commercial properties. A big, big congratulations to Duville Estates.
Good evening, everyone. We have Mr. Bennett Fernandes, Head Marketing, Brand and Customer Engagement from Duville Estates. Congratulations, sir, on your double win at the Outlook Business Spotlight Nation Builders Excellence Awards. So what does the recognition of being the Platinum Green Builder of the Year mean to you and your organization, and how does it reflect Duville Estates' journey in sustainable development?
That's a long question, but I'll try and answer this more coherently. So for Duville Estates, everything begins with our patented in-house thought process. We've branded it Duville Design Thinking, and this becomes imperative right from the point of when we begin our project planning cycle. So everything from the manner in which we look at the environment that we are in. So we look at, for example, Riverdale, which is this 31-acre micro township that we've built, right? This is abutting the riverside. So it becomes imperative for us to take care of the natural habitat around the river. So everything from looking at that specific aspect to construction on ground, right? So whether it is, for example, the actual logistics chain of the movement of construction materials, machinery, we try and reduce it to the minimum distances.
Okay.
From the point of which, cement grade and concrete is mixed and transported to the site, we try and minimize those distances. Construction, as you know, there's a lot of, green curtains that are put in to sort of control waste and debris. We pay a lot of attention to, the dust pollutants that are released into the air. So we try and suppress that at recurring intervals. And most importantly, I think, also from the perspective of the design of the master plan and the manner in which sustainability is looked at, whether it's the rainwater harvesting systems, whether it is, the recycling of water, whether it's the landscaping cover, there has to be a seamless blend. And this is sort of integrated at every stage of the project planning cycle at its very, conceptual phase.
Okay.
So I think it's testimony, frankly, to every one of our projects at Riverdale. So we've got 5 residential projects: Riverdale Heights, Riverdale Residences, Riverdale Suites, Riverdale Grove, Riverdale Grand. Each of these have been meticulously planned with the aspect of landscaping. So not only does landscaping become, this green cover, but it's also extremely important, for example, to balance noise pollution, right? These become natural filters to pollution and things like that.
So out of all of these initiatives that you have just explained, since sustainability is a very big word in real estate industry today, can you share one initiative that you're very proud of in making your projects greener?
So there is one very commendable aspect, right? So while most people look at, for example, the master plan, right? We look at integrating the landscaping into the master plan and then the efficiency of the entire living index. So it's extremely important because there is only so much of time that a family, because at the end of the day, every builder builds homes for people to live in. But there is only so much of time that you actually spend within the apartment, right? So when you come down, it becomes extremely important for people to be able to feel free, to feel a sense of liberation, to feel a sense of calm, feel a sense of familial, community within the commune. And so we've recently received a 5-star platinum certification of green energy management from ASSOCHAM, and that's, I think, a huge tribute to our efforts and I think our continuing efforts in sustainability.
That's really great to know, sir. Sir, now the second title, being honored for architectural excellence in residential projects, is again a very big achievement. What do you believe sets your residential projects apart and helped you earn this recognition?
So, depending on which microgeography you're in, every building looks like a clone of the other, right? They almost look identical
Yes.
because people who have X amount of FSI, TDR loaded, you have X number of habitable floors. These are the amenities that you're going to give, and that's that. When we began Riverdale, the first thing that we did was commission the entire design aspect of the project to one of the best known, internationally acclaimed master planning elevation specialists. This is UHA from London.
Okay.
So they envisioned this entire 31-acre micro township called Riverdale by the riverside. So the design elements that got embedded were not just into the living, but into the actual elevation of the project. I mean, the building is the face of the project.
Mm-hmm.
The building has got to give you that level of, distinctive identity.
Yes.
So everybody points at a building and that's where I live. And this happens in international cities a lot. That's what we've done with Riverdale.
Wow.
Right? So the river, ironically, meanders, alongside a particular trajectory.
Okay.
And we took inspiration from that. We, as in the architects, took inspiration from that. We, of course, borrowed it and applied it. So we have bronze fins that run across the entire building.
Mm-hmm.
We have, full height glass elevation. We build the project. So we take the project, we look at the master plan, and then we plot the actual position of the buildings along the sundial and the sun path analysis. So, for example, to substantiate what I'm saying, every apartment looks east-west.
Okay.
Every apartment gets exposure to natural light, and that's extremely critical for any living environment, through the entire path of the sun.
Right.
So this is just one element of how we integrate design thinking from Duville into, and I think this is what has led us to win quite a few awards over time and today for excellence in design.
That's the entire concept that you have just talked about. Sounds very interesting, and if it sounds so interesting, I'm sure it must be very interesting to look at, to
for those
experience.
future projects that are upcoming. So we do not go grandiose and we're not huge, but there is meticulous amount of planning that goes into the elevation. And needless to say, if I were to just throw one word at Riverdale, one of our biggest discriminators is zero wastage. So you take your floor plan, you open it up on a piece of paper, and you mark out any square foot of space that has gone waste.
Okay.
And you'll find that that number is zero.
Great, great. That's architectural excellence in truest sense. Yeah. What kind of feedback from your residents make you feel most rewarded as a developer?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah, please.
So, I mean, we do go and meet customers. We don't just wait for them to come over to our offices and meet them, in conference rooms and in cubicles. So there was this time when I deliberately went to one of the projects at about 9:30 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's windy and there are tons of people on the podium. As I was mentioning to you a little earlier, the podium is designed in such a manner that every aspect, so I mean, we promote a family, right? The projects are meant for families to live in. It's people and their parents and their kids. And when you see them together, whether they're playing or just moving around, I think that is evidence of how happy people are, even at 11 in the night.
That itself is a feedback.
Yes, I think that's evidence.
Yeah.
You don't need any other feedback.
Yes, definitely. It was lovely to hear your thoughts and experiences, sir. Thank you so much for sharing them with us.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you all the best for
Thank you so
future.
much.
Thank you.